For years, I've desperately tried to pour new wine into old wineskins. Of course it all burst, yet I was still stuck running on a hamster wheel, thinking if I just picked up the pace, I'd experience that new beginning I was looking for. It didn't happen. Life for me stayed overwhelming, monotonous, and the world just kept getting louder, which it tends to do as a single mom, but does it have to?
Watch this.
I'm watching from the window, baby.
What?
I'm watching from the window.
If there's one thing about me, I'll be the first to jump off the cliff, but also the first to stay trapped in my own ruminating thoughts. I decided to change my life today. Not in some drastic, grandiose way, because what does that even mean? But by deciding to savor the semi-quiet moments I have to explore myself between school drop-off and pickup, while also deciding to step out of old creation to build something new. Which is this: stepping out of the thoughts that tell me no one cares to watch you sit in silence before your home becomes chaotic again, and literally leaping into this quiets my nervous system. I can finally be creative, and can I just finally not have any expectations? So, welcome to my visual diary, entry number 1. I'll be asleep after I eat this. Hopefully my air purifier isn't that loud. But today I woke up and I'm like, I'm gonna change my life. Today's gonna be the day I change my life. And not in some like huge drastic way, but just me getting out of my comfort zone, or just the repetitiveness of my day-to-day, and like, yeah, where I'm comfortable. And so here we are. I just decided that's going to entail trying something new. I'm doing short form content too, because I finally joined TikTok, and I'm like, not everything has to be, you know, a negative. That's why it took so long for me to join the app, because I'm like, I don't need something else to take up mental space. You know, I don't need to consume other people's thoughts and opinions and tragedies and everything, even more than I am already. But surprisingly, I found that the app, the way that the algorithm works, it just works for me. And in these videos, I don't really know what my game plan is. It's just I've always been someone that likes to create. Growing up, I liked to do art, and I would always enter in the art competitions because they would always pay me like $50 for placing. And so I just like to create. And I found that even though I don't draw anymore or write poems or anything anymore, videos have always been that for me, or have become that for me. A way for me to like express myself artistically. But I've been stuck kind of going back and forth through different types of videos, and I know that it's not fair to the people on my other channel to like just kind of keep switching it up. So here, I don't really know what my intention is. I just want to find a way to like create, and this is kind of like a meditative practice for me. When the kids are gone, I don't pick them up. I don't leave the house till around 2. So from 8:30 to 2, I have like this quiet time that I use just to get work done, and it flies by like that. But I would like to find a way to create during that time. And in these videos, I'm probably not going to talk a lot, just because I'm overstimulated and I want to create something that I know that would be helpful for me, and that is less talking. Kind of like a visual diary. So I guess that's what we're going with. A visual diary of work from home life, not necessarily mom life, just my quiet time, my me time, even though it's not really my me time, while my kids are away at school. So these will be like little short visual diaries that I'm just gonna put out there. No matter like the length of time, the lack of aesthetic appeal in some places of my home, or like the embarrassment if someone that I know sees me on here randomly, because YouTube be doing that sometimes. People be like, I didn't know you made YouTube videos. I'm like, yeah. And I don't really want to have any expectations for anything this year, honestly. I'm so overwhelmed with everything that's going on. I just kind of want to do something with no expectation of a reward or anything. Just kind of thinking like, if I were to go out tomorrow, what would I have wished that I would have done that I didn't do or kept putting off? And it would be to just try whatever it is, to have just tried it. So I'm going to continue to get myself presentable for today, log back into work. I'm on my lunch right now, so I do need to log back into work in about an hour. And maybe refresh some of my braids, because I've had these in for a year straight. Not these specific braids, but I'll just take one by one individually when they start to get like worn out like this. I have a lot of grays coming in, and I'll just redo them. So I have not seen my full hair in a year, so that is what I think I want to do today too.
that's and building a system of justice. But if you extract that drive for economic justice, then it becomes a kind of boutique activism.
Actually ordained as
I am. Yes, he was.
The person reading the prayer said, "We set the name of the Lord upon you." And I said, wow, I've heard that prayer lots of times. I've heard that scripture from Isaiah a lot of times in the black church and other churches.
Worshipping the feet of Moloch. It's idolatry. It's heresy. And one of the things I saw in these prayer meetings was the pain. So my friend Mel White, he would go down to the steps of these mega churches and hold memorial services for the young gay people in that church who had committed suicide, and he accused them of murder.
It is 2:12. I typically make me another espresso drink right before I leave to get the kids. It does take a little while to get the kids since they are at two different schools that get out at two different times, because I have one in elementary school and one that is in middle school. So this was actually pretty good. I got my quiet time. I got my coffee. I typically make another coffee drink right before I leave the house to go get the kids, just to give me that extra push throughout the day, like to finish the day. So gonna come home, make them lunch, and head to the gym, and that will be it. So yeah, I say it was a pretty successful Monday.
Garage door open.